Hi, everybody. Dennis Prager here with Fireside Chat number 345. And I want to remind you that this is all made possible thanks to PragerUnited. So I humbly request and even suggest that you join PragerUnited. There are a whole host of benefits that you receive, and what you end up doing is funding the ability of PragerU and specifically the Fireside Chat to be offered every week, because everything we do is free. So obviously we fundraise, and PragerUnited is a particularly enjoyable way of doing it. So please go to PragerUnited.com and read about it. So I have a question that I'd like to discuss in my opening comments with you that has bothered me all of my thinking life, and I can date my thinking life back to about the age of 12 or 13. This is my nature. I don't take credit for it. It's just, that's built in. It's built in to ask the big questions. And one of them is, why doesn't religion prevent people? It can't prevent it fully. Humans can't be perfect. But why doesn't it prevent the vast majority of its adherents from doing bad things? How do you explain religious people who are just not good people? And I know people can differ. Well, what does it mean to be a good person? Whatever definition you give is fine with me. The question is a legitimate question. Why are there bad religious people? I don't even mean evil. I don't mean mass murdering religious people. And they have existed as well. Just bad. The way they treat their fellow human being. They cheat a great deal in business affairs. They do all sorts of awful things to a spouse. I mean, it's endless. This has always bothered me. My very first book I wrote at the age of 25 with my dear friend then and to this day, Joseph Telushkin. The book is titled The 9 Questions People Ask About Judaism. It is still in print all these years later. It is, I think, the most widely used or read English language introduction to Judaism. The 9 questions people ask about Judaism. And one of them is, if religion is supposed to make people better, how do you count for unethical religious people? And by the way, so before I give you an answer to that question, a few things. First, I'm talking about Jews and Christians. Okay, so I want to make that clear. Second, I want people to understand that in general, the data show that religious people tend to be better. So my question does not imply that Judaism and Christianity have no ennobling effects on their adherents. It's not true. For example, religious people give more charity by income. They volunteer more time. Those are 2 good indices of people's goodness. They're not the only ones by any means. What was it? Was it Voltaire, who was a rabid atheist, the father of the French Enlightenment? And he said something to the effect, I very rarely remember quotes precisely, but he said something to the effect, I don't believe in God, but I certainly hope that everybody who works for me does. That was an honest comment on his part. He did assume religion made, on the average, it made people better. But, he was personally alienated from God and religion. And there is a third prefatory point, and that is, so let me take a moment here to remind you that because we don't trust big tech to keep us on, we really ask people to start watching the Fireside Chat and other PragerU content right at the beginning at PragerU. So what I do is at this point in any Fireside Chat, we have the rest at PragerU.com. And that way we hope to get you into the habit of starting at PragerU.com each week to watch and listen to the Fireside Chat. And so I will see you now at PragerU.com. And remember, the app, the PragerU app, is the easiest way to access everything we do. PragerU.com. See you there.